सत्पुरुष है, कह हंसन विश्राम।
VYGOS is Vihangam Yoga Global Online Satsang, which is scheduled every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. Those who would miss to attend the morning session can listen to the broadcast replay.
This is
on
a recorded
Sunday
version.
at
New
4:30
questions.
p.m. Indian Standard Time. The aim of this forum is to give the entire world an opportunity to learn the ancient science of meditation and benefit from this pious service inspired by Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj, the pioneer of Vihangam Yoga. If you are interested in learning the technique or want to conduct a program at your place, and for any inquiry related to it, please feel free to write to us at info@vihangamyog.org. That is info@vihangamyoga.org.
Jai Sadgurudev. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. This is Subhash Chandra from Singapore. I welcome all the listeners today to VYGOS Forum. Thank you very much for joining us. Today, we are going to discuss on a very important and specific topic related with Sadguru. The topic today is, who is the true Sadguru? We'll discuss more about this specific topic. And right now, I would like to welcome our panelists. We have Rekha ji from USA. We have Dr. Hemant Kumar ji from India, Sankalp ji from India, and Vijay ji from USA. In this particular forum, in this particular discussion, we have variety of discussions to be taken care of. I would request to all the listeners to put their questions on slido.com, where the code is VYGOS, or you can provide your questions on WhatsApp. The number is reflected on the screen. Before we start, it is our tradition to invoke Sadguru to bless us, to be with us on this auspicious occasion and discussion. So let us start with this particular session with Swagat Gan and Mangal Gan. Then we will discuss more on this specific topic.
आज स्वागत नित्य गुरुवर संत शुभागम आइए, अध्यात्म विद्या दिव्य ज्योति सोमरस बरसाइए। दोष दुर्गुण दूर करके शुद्ध हंस बनाइए, भेद गम गति ज्ञान गर्जन शक्ति द्वार हटाइए। द्वारा शब्द सागर भक्त जन अनहवाइए, जन सदा फल विश्व शिक्षक शान आन बचाइए, शान आन बचाइए। विश्व शांति नाम मंगल परम गुरु को ध्याइए, वर्ग द्वंद्व शांति दूर कर भाव भेद मिटाइए। सार्वभौम समष्टि सत्ता त्यात्मराज बनाइए, वेश भाषा भाव जगमय ज्ञान पर दर्शाइए। समृद्धि सुख शांति धरातल स्वर्ग भूमि बनाइए, विश्व शिक्षक जन सदा पर नीति स्वर अपनाइए, नीति स्वर अपनाइए।
Today's topic is who is the true Sadguru. Here, there are some specific words about which we are going to discuss today. One is true, and another one is Sadguru. Dr. Hemant Kumarji would describe this today in more detail. But right now, first, we are going to have Swarved recitation, some of the couplets, and we have Rekhaji with us to do Swarved recitation, some of the couplets. Rekhaji, please.
Thanks, Subhashji, and Jai Shadgurudev, everybody. Sadguru is that Guru who dispels the darkness from all three strata of human existence: the physical sphere, the psychic sphere, and the spiritual sphere. When a person's mind becomes restless with the desires of the world, when they intensely desire to know the limitlessness within themselves, when they are well and truly ready, he appears in the form of Sadguru and guides them along the spiritual path. He teaches them how to move towards the supreme consciousness. Sadguru Siddhafal Devji Maharaj has depicted in Svarved as जग जीवन से अलग है, 20 कला जिहि माही, सदगुरु प्रभु के रूप हैं, शब्द कला गुण जाहि. Sadguru is a person different from worldly souls. He possesses 20 scientific divine arts which are not there in any worldly souls, saint, monk, even mukt person at all. Sadguru is God incarnate in present form. He has all divine and scientific knowledge of the God in him. Sadguru is the supreme living personality. It is He who is the internal source of knowledge and realization for all saints and persons liberated in lifetime. Without His wish and blessings, none attain the state of Samadhi. सब देवों का देव है, परम पुरुष का रूप, बिन गुरु प्रभु जीव ना मिले, भटकी रहे भवकूप. Sadguru is the supreme deity, revered by all other deities. He is the supreme Lord incarnate. Without the guidance of Guru, one will always be groping in the darkness of ignorance as a blind man does in a dark well. They do not find a way out of ignorance. So let's see how to get out of it from the following doha. प्रगटे युग युग जगत में, सार शब्द उपदेश, विरही अनुरागी मिले, दुर्लभ उन आदेश. Swamiji explains in this doha that Sadguru appears all the four era, and those who are curious to know the knowledge to attain the supreme entity, guides them in spiritual path and take them to the Almighty. So we are very fortunate that the Sadguru is there with us every moment. So let's serve the holy feet and achieve our final goal, human life. With this, I would like to conclude here. Boliye Sadgurudev ki jai. Over to you, Subhashji.
Thank you very much, Rekhaji. I think we have set the right background after Swared recitation, where Rekhaji has just described some of the important facts about Sadhguru. I want to bring one point here. Yesterday only, I was discussing with my two sons about spirituality. They are very young right now, just 4 and 9, and just out of my own curiosity, what they say, what they understand, I was a little bit discussing about what is soul, what is mind, what is intellect, and what is ego, and all those kind of things. And to my surprise, they grasped all those things at the level of their own understanding. But why I'm bringing this particular incident here? Because whatever I was telling them, that was very much linked to probably to the theory, or probably a little bit of my own experience. I'm sure I'm not talking about with them where I was not talking with them about the complete ultimate goal of the life. But whatever I told them, it was very much elementary thing. The important thing is, in their future life, they would definitely require someone who can make them experience the ultimate thing of the life, the soul and the supreme soul. And why I'm saying this, because here is the point where Sadhguru plays the real role. We talk about such kind of things more now. In fact, we have with us Dr. Hemant Kumarji, who has been scientist in NASA, and right now he is based in Mumbai as a professor in IIT Mumbai. Welcome, Hemantji, on this forum today. Thank you very much for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
And I would like to now hand over this forum to you to speak more about the Sadguru and who is the true Sadguru in reality. Hemant.
Thank you, Subhasji. I'd like to offer the prayers to the Master, Sadgurudev. Before I begin, I would request all the listeners across the globe, across the world, to close their eyes and sit in silence. Bandhame vah parama guru jinayah jnana pasar देव सदा फलयादि में जिनयः शब्द उचार. I welcome all the listeners across the world who have found time to listen and understand to such an important topic. We are living in a world where we encounter and meet several types of gurus. But in reality, dear friends, we are trying to look at the sun with a torch in our hand. And not only that, we are striving to make others understand that, look, this is sun, by pointing our torch towards the sun. How childish, isn't it? Trust me, we are discussing this today, we are listening this today because we are all blessed by the Sadgurudev. We have got the knowledge from Swamiji, only then we are able to speak about this topic. We all seek masters in some form or the other. We grow since the childhood. We acquire knowledge from several gurus. Our first guru is our mother. The second guru is our father. We go to school, we again meet our teachers. We go to college, universities. We take professional courses. We are bound with gurus. Today, of course, we all know that anyone who is an expert of a subject is also referred to as guru. But what does scriptures talk about? Scriptures say, Granati Upadishati Ved Shastram Vidyam Acharam Sa Guru. So there are teachers who gives us knowledge about that the world that matters to us, pertains to our livelihood, perhaps to our jobs and profession. Then there are teachers who teaches us Vedas, Upanishads. There are gurus who comes to our house and does worships for us. But even though, in spite of all the knowledge of the world, even if we have learned all of them, we still remain incomplete. Even the scientific researchers from NASA says that we have not understood the creation itself, let alone talking about the creator. See, there are two types of knowledges that exist in this world. There are two types of entities that exist in this world. One is the world that we see all around us, the inert world, which is made up of atoms and molecules according to the modern day science. Their interactions of atoms and molecules, that is what this world is, dynamic, it's moving around. But there's another world that we are not able to see. That world is made of conscious elements, which in Hindi we call Chetan. There is a very special anecdote when Narad Muni walks up to Rishi Sanat Kumar and says, Tatra apara rig vedo yajur vedah sam vedo athar vedah siksha kalpo vyakaranam chando niruktam jyotishmiti. Narad Muni walks up to Rishi Sanat Kumar and seeks his help. He says that I know all the knowledge of all the Vedas. I also know the 6 tenets of Vedas. I know the grammar. I know the knowledge of science, the knowledge of earth science. I have the knowledge of astrology, astronomy. I know everything. But what I don't know is, I do not know myself. I cannot see myself. Rishi Sanat Kumar replies, Arth parayaya tadaksharam adigamyate. O Lord, O Narad Muni, what you know is the knowledge written in books. But the bookist knowledge does not help you realize yourself. You can't even control your mind, let alone talking about that creator, realizing that knowledge can only be sought by the help of para vidya. What you know, the bookist knowledge, is all about apara vidya, the knowledge of the world, the inert world. But the knowledge of conscious element goes beyond this inert world. That world exists in front of us, but we are not able to see that. The question we have here as a spiritual seeker is, what do you want to achieve? We want to achieve the peace of mind. We want to self-realize. But alas, we are not able to. In spite of having so much knowledge of the world, we remain incomplete. We remain restless, as Rekhaji mentioned. There is no peace of mind. No amount of chanting, reciting, going to religious places have been able to give us a single moment of peace. All the peace which we derive from these sensual pleasures, which we are living in this world, which we enjoy from this world, are short-lived, are momentary. They're not everlasting. Have we ever thought about this? Why? Because we have never met the true master or a true Sadguru. That is the topic of today's discussion. And the verse, we never even strive to find the complete Guru. Therefore, Sadguru Shadafal Devji Maharaj writes in Swarved, Pura Sadguru Khojo Hansa भव प्रकटे सुकृत का वंसा पुण्य पुंज से सद्गुरु आवे मोह शोक विपदा भागे. When we become virtuous, Sadguru seeks us. How will you find this complete master? Don't we celebrate Guru Purnima? What does it indicate? It indicates that there is a master which is complete. In ancient times, the learned men, the munis, the sages, the seers, great philosophers, they have all sought this great master. No wonder Vedas are filled with such verses where it directly connects you, tells us, indicates that there is a master, there is a messenger of God who appears in this world, looks for the right seeker, blesses him, gives divine darshan to them, teaches them that unique meditation technique, and then they realize the self and the supreme being. Veda says, Twam dute agne amritam yuge yuge, havyavaham dadhire payu medium, deva sascha marata sascha, jagrivim vibhum vishwapatim namishani shedhire. This is a very famous verse in Rig Veda. There's another, Vedahametam purusham mahantam aditya varnam, tamasaha parastat, tameva viditvati mrityumeti nanyah pantha vidyate yanaya. Yes, dear friends, I agree what you all are thinking at this moment. There are so many different types of masters in the world who teach us various forms of yogasanas, pranayama, mudras, bandhs, japas, all forms of tapas, mantras, various forms of worships, and even many different types of meditation. Are they not complete, Guru? If you think the answer is yes, and that the master which you have been following till date is indeed the complete Guru, then it's very easy to test them. Just ask this following question to them. इस तन में मन कहाँ बसे, निकसी जाए कहीं ठौर, गुरु गम हो तो परख लो, नहीं तो कर गुरु और. Just ask the master, where does my mind reside at this moment? Where it was a moment before, where it will be moving the next moment. Through which door the mind enters the body? How does it leave? Where it can be caught, controlled, purified, and finally sublimed. How finally the mind leaves its clutches on the soul and frees the soul to do bhakti. What is that zone? Where does it happen? What is the technique to do it? How do you realize it? At what abode? Rishi Sanat Kumar advises this to Narad Muni. But we are talking in the present day. What is the answer to this question? Nainan mahi man base, nikas jaye nauthor, Sadguru bhed bataiya, sab santan sirmor. Only when you have found a true master, the Sadguru, you will be able to know all the questions I just raised. And Sarved says, Sadhan man ke saath hai, tab tak bhakti nahi. Nirmal urdhva pravah mein, aman bhakti ghat mahi. Till the time your meditation is confined with the mind, it's going along with the mind, there is no question of devotion, even true worship. Only when the mind frees the soul, you are able to do the bhakti. So the question now is, Who is a true master? How to seek this? Learned men says, यह तन विष की बेलरी गुरु अमृत की खान शीश दिए जो गुरु मिले तो भी सस्ता जान. Dear friends, keep one thing in your mind forever. Any action which you do in this body, including your breath, you are taking unconsciously, is a karma, and which by definition and the laws of nature will bear a fruit. Every action has to bear a fruit. And the guru is equivalent to elixir. It's pure nectar and bliss. So this body is considered as a poison, and the guru is considered as amrit. Yona amritaha. The one who never dies is also never born. That's what's the definition of amrit. That's what guru is. So if you can find such a guru, even at any cost, at the cost of if you gain your head to the feet of the guru, consider that trade as the best you've got at the cheapest price. So how do you find such a master? It's not easy, dear friends. It is in fact the master that seeks you. What is required? You just need to be pure, ready to receive his blessings. Sadguru gives its own introduction in its own unique way. We have all seen a shepherd taking sheep to the mountain. But when he returns back in the evening, it counts all the sheep and bring them back home. It is not the duty of the sheep to look for its master, for they are busy in their own world, lost in eating, trotting, enjoying in the open field and the mountain tops. Similarly, we are also lost in our small world, in our sensual pleasures, in our enjoyment, entertainment. All these pleasures are short lived. We think that the pleasure that we derive from the worldly object would never end. But think for a moment, whatever you enjoy are very momentary. They exist for that moment, and we toil with so much effort to only get an iota or moment of happiness. So what does Sadguru says? भूले हुए जग जीव को निज घर दे पहुंचाए सत पथ पर दर्शक रहे सदगुरु देव कहाए. So the master finds us, provides us with the true knowledge, helps us realize and teaches us that, oh souls, we are lost in this world. Only when you find this master, he teaches us the Vihangam Yoga or the Brahma Vidya meditation, shows us the righteous path, and finally takes us back home, the original abode from where we all have come. How does it look like, this Guru? How would you get a divine glimpse of this master? How would you recognize this master? Sadguru Shadafal Dev Ji Maharaj writes in Swarved, Sadguru Brahma Swarup hain, Nar Swarup ke mahi, Paras de Jag Jeev ko, Kanchan Roop banahi. Jnana Anjan Guru Diya, Asimaya Bheda Vinash, Guru Kripate Santa Bhetiya, नानक मन पर काश. जैसे चंदा उगवे सूरज चढ़े हजार, लाखों चांदन हूँ दिया, गुरु बिनु घोर अनार. Just the way the infinite number of twinkling stars in the night are not able to remove the darkness of the night. Only when the sun comes, the darkness is dispelled. In a similar way, infinite number of gurus who have merely bookist knowledge, perhaps some may also have some yogic feats, some may also have natural powers they may have acquired through toilsome efforts of meditation, cannot together alleviate the darkness that sits within us, the ignorance that sits within us. Only when you meet the true Sadguru, this ignorance is replaced by the wisdom. So who is the spiritual son? The Sadguru. Who is that Sadguru? It's eternal. It frees the soul from the bondage of life and death, the vicious cycle of births and rebirths, the pain and agonies which we undergo in every birth. Every time we take birth and die, we also have to face so much pain. Sadguru mein akarshan bhari, bhakt mumukshu khichi hari. Sadguru does not need any introduction. It gives his own introduction. Just by the mere of his presence, you will see a remarkable change in you. You will get attracted. But then you need to be virtuous as well. अज गुरु दर्शन नहीं होए परीक्षा नहीं, वह सदगुरु पद है नहीं, बिरथा गुरु जग माही. So what does it indicate? Until unless you have got the glimpse of this eternal master, you would never become guru, you would never become filled with knowledge. Dear friends, this is what is the most unique about Vihangam Yoga. Towards the end of my talk, I just want to say, Vihangam Yoga in the present day world is none other than the Brahma Vidya itself, the same knowledge which Lord Sri Krishna taught to Arjuna. And the propagator, founder of this knowledge, His Holiness Sadguru Shraddha Faldev Ji Maharaj, had the glimpse of this divine master, the eternal master. Swamiji writes in Swarved, Bala apana abhyas me, mama shir angul rakh, tab mahima jana nahi, anya kavan dusak. है समीप दिखे नहीं, वह देखे सब कोई, जरा मृत्यु नहीं ताहि में, कह पंडित वह कोई. Swamiji was being advised since childhood from the same eternal master. I ask all of you who have had gurus in your present life, does your guru ever mentions about any other divine guru appearing in front of him? Getting the knowledge from the divine guru who only appears in front of a true seeker, which all spiritual scriptures talked about? Spiritual scriptures mentioned Sant, Atri, Jyoti, Amano Purush, even Bible mentions the Holy Ghost. There is a divine master who appears. Have we ever heard from our own master in the present day world who talks about another divine master appearing in front of him? But Sadguru Shraddha Falji Maharaj has mentioned repeatedly in his Swarved. In his 35 spiritual scriptures, he mentions that all the knowledge what he gets or what he has got is from the Sadguru. And that Sadguru is eternal. Veda says, Anti Shantam na jahate anti, Shantam na pashyati, Devasya pashya kavyam na mamar na jiryati. There is a saint who is watching all of us. He is listening to all our conversations that you're talking and what is happening within your mind. Within your soul, he is listening to everything. He is never born. He never dies. He is beyond that. Only when the eternal master appeared in front of Sadguru Shraddha Faldev Ji Maharaj, Swamiji could learn the secrets of creation and the creator. That means he got the knowledge of Apara Vidya and also the Paravidya with its complete all the secrets. He got all the knowledge. स्वामी जी राइट्स इन स्वरवेद पूर्ण रूप में जानता ब्रह्म चक्र विस्तार ब्रह्म विद्या गूढ़ तत्व है सदगुरु कृपा अपार. Swamiji practiced the Vihangam Yoga meditation for 17 long years in the caves of Vrittikut Ashram in Balia, Uttar Pradesh, India. And then he realized all the secrets of the knowledge of this creation and the creator, the inert Prakriti and the conscious world, all objects. And finally, towards the end of my talk, I would want to point out to the most important aspect of Vihangam Yoga. Swamiji proclaimed that Ishwar hai milaunga, the God exists, I'll take you to thee. I'll help you realize and experience it. Adbhut marag yoga vihangam, मैं तुमको बतलाऊंगा यदि विधिवत तुम साधन करी हो अमर लोक पहुंचाऊंगा. This is a unique proclamation, the authority of Sadguru, which he got and received from the eternal master. He says, if you practice it, the prescribed way of Vihangam Yoga meditation, I'll verily take you to the land of immortality. He got the authority of Sadguru. Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj got that from the eternal master in the caves of Jhusi, Prayag in Allahabad. माघ मास शुभ मास है अर्ध कुंभ प्रयाग सदगुरु सदगुरु पद दिए पूर्ण ज्ञान विराग. After that, Swamiji took a vow to disseminate and teach this knowledge to the entire world in 1924. Today, we are all fortunate enough that we are all disciples of Swamiji, and we just need to be virtuous. We just need to be a part of selfless service, devotion. We need to do the meditation which we have been taught, and then also seek discourses at various intervals of your life. Whenever you get time, try to attend a discourse, try to get all your theories clear, and then practice the meditation so that we are all purified of all of our wicked virtues, so that we receive the knowledge. And finally, what Swamiji has taken a vow that will free us from all the pain and agonies of the world forever. I end my speech here with Swamiji's verses, where Swamiji mentions, Parameshwar jiv saath hai, amit kaal gaye beet, jiv tritap chhota nahi, bin Sadguru Mahapreet. Sadguru Kripa hi kevalam. Thank you very much for patience listening. Over to you, Subhasji. Jai Sadguru Dev.
Thank you very much, Hemant ji. It was such an enlightened speech you had given today. And personally, I feel very much connected with each and every word you mentioned today. So we will talk more with Hemant ji after bhajan. Meanwhile, I would request all the listeners to put your questions on slido.com with the code BYGOS and on the WhatsApp number +1 6466 534926. Now we would go towards bhajan. We have Sankalp ji from India, and before he starts, I would just give a glimpse of his bhajan. His bhajan is about the life and the death of a human being. That everyone who is born, he or she definitely has to die. But this time span has been given for some specific objectives in our life. And the prime objective is to attain or to reach or to unite with the Supreme, the God. If we are not doing that, if we are not progressing towards that, we are basically wasting our each and every moment. On this basis, I would invite Sankalp ji from India for the bhajan. Sankalp ji, please.
Thank you, Subhashji. So, here is the bhajan taken from South Prakash. सदगुरुदेव की जय। जन्म वाला इस जगत में अवश्य एक दिन जाएगा। प्यारे उठ कर प्रभु को सुमिरो, न तो अंत पछताएगा। प्यारे उठ कर प्रभु को सुमिरो, न तो अंत पछताएगा। सुत दारा धन धाम देह निज, सो क्षण में मिट जाएगा। सुत दारा धन धाम देह निज, सो क्षण में मिट जाएगा। हम सभी रहे या जग में, हम सभी रहे या जग में, धर्म एक संग जाएगा। प्यारे उठ कर प्रभु को सुमिरो, न तो अंत पछताएगा। प्यारे उठ कर प्रभु को सुमिरो, न तो अंत पछताएगा। प्यारे आँख उठा कर देखो, प्रभु भक्ति समय नाही यहाँ। प्यारे आँख उठा कर देखो, प्रभु भक्ति समय नाही यहाँ। दुर्लभ जीवन तन पाया है, दुर्लभ जीवन तन पाया है, फिर ऐसा वरसन कहाँ। प्यारे उठ कर प्रभु को सुमिरो, न तो अंत पछताएगा। प्यारे उठ कर प्रभु को सुमिरो, न तो अंत पछताएगा। तर्क वितर्क त्याग दो मन से, सद्गुरु शरणे आए परो। तर्क वितर्क त्याग दो मन से, सद्गुरु शरणे आए परो। कहें सदा फल धन्य सोहंसा, कहें सदा फल धन्य सोहंसा, जरा मरण दुख ताहि जरो। प्यारे उठ कर प्रभु को सुमिरो, न तो अंत पछताएगा। प्यारे उठ कर प्रभु को सुमिरो, न तो अंत पछताएगा। जन्म वाला इस जगत में, जन्म वाला इस जगत में, अवश्य एक दिन जाएगा। प्यारे उठ कर प्रभु को सुमिरो, न तो अंत पछताएगा। प्यारे उठ कर प्रभु को सुमिरो, न तो अंत पछताएगा। जय सद्गुरुदेव। ओवर टू यू सुभाष जी।
Thank you very much, Sankalp ji. Very nice bhajan. Now, moving to our next section, which is quite interesting, and that is question and answer session. We have right now few questions in slido.com. Hemant ji and Vijay ji, I would like to welcome both of you on this forum to have some discussion on the basis of what Hemantji just described, as well as the questions what we have in Slido. So there is one question, and first I would like to start with Hemantji. You mentioned about eternal master and the presence of Sadguru as well, and you have mentioned, and of course we know Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj, as we say the name Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj. So definitely there is at one point when the Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj might have got the title Sadguru. So when and how does he get that? We would like to know that one, and I would like to connect the question. One of the question with this. One of the question is, okay, could you please elaborate whether the Sadguru is a human or is in an energy form? If in energy form, how will we find it? So I think here the point, the eternality and the physical form and other form is also coming into the picture. So probably you can throw some more light on this particular point.
Yeah, very, very good question, Subhasji. I had mentioned in my talk that Sadguru Brahma Shorup hai Nar Shorup ke Mahi. So Sadguru is basically formless. Atma Bhumi Jag Bhumi me aur Bhumi tin pad. Gaman karo tin Bhumi me atri bhanat srutibad. So Sadguru is a form of divine energy. It's one of the 6 eternal entities and one of the 4 conscious elements that we know that exist in this world, and again through the knowledge of Sadguru Dev. So Sadguru is a pure divine energy that exists simultaneously at 3 places. One first place is your soul, Atma Bhumi, Jaga Bhumi me. This if you see this creation as one big circle, so 1/4 quadrant of that circle is basically this creation. So this creator takes the Mool Prakriti and creates this world around us, this universe around us. So it simultaneously, this Sadguru also resides there. It roams around there scot-free. It goes everywhere at its own pure wish. Atma Bhumi, Jaga Bhumi me aur Bhumi Tinapad. So the remaining 3 quadrant of this circle is pure elixir, the pure sukh, the eternal bliss, the pure nectarian bliss of the Lord Almighty, the Satpurush. Sadguru also exists there as well. But when it wants to give a divine glance to its true seeker, it appears in the form of the human body or human form. So there are 6 different types of creation, which we don't have enough time to talk about. But Sadguru's body is the 7th, which is beyond the creation which we know of. Only the secrets Sadguru knows. And it creates a form and blesses the disciple. That's one. And second, now the first part of your question was, how did the authority of Sadguru came to Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj? And I mentioned in my talk, Magh Maas Shubh Maas hai Ardh Kumbh Prayag, Sadguru Pad Diye Purna Gyan Virag. When Swamiji learned the Vihangam Yoga meditation and perfected this technique for 17 long years in a cave, he set out and moved around in India, started teaching this knowledge wherever he went. But what he found, that many people, instead of asking or getting or receiving this true form of knowledge, which was lost, which was revived by Sadguru Dev, Swamiji instead found that they were more interested in getting the worldly desires fulfilled. Of course, all the disciples have problems in their life. Every person have their own problems in their life, which they want to solve. But Swamiji was here to teach the divine Vihangam Yoga, the divine Brahma Vidya. So when he saw that not many people are interested, he came back. He moved out from Ritikut. Instead, he was residing and spending more time at the banks of river Ganges in Jhusi, Prayag. Swamiji writes in Sankat Mochan, then when he was not teaching this knowledge, when he stopped teaching this knowledge, that eternal master reappeared, जब प्रचार बंद मैं किन्हा, झूसी प्रकट दर्श तुम दिन्हा, जगत गुरु अधिकार सुनाया, हंस उदाहरण भेद बताया. When I had stopped teaching this knowledge, you appeared in the caves of Jhusi in Prayag, taught me the secret technique how to free a soul from the bondages of life and death, how to solve the problems of disciple, not only in this world, but also beyond, how to help him in his world. That's what he got. That's when we received the authority of Sadguru, the Jagat Guru. And then, of course, Magh Mas, Shubh Mas, Ardha Kumbh Prayag. So it was the time of Ardha Kumbh Prayag, just the way it happened in the month of February, this year, earlier this year. The same Magh Mas, the most pious time when Sadguru appeared in front of Sadguru Shadafal Devji Maharaj, gave him the authority of Sadguru, and then taught him that not only you will be able to solve the problems of disciple, but also help them spiritually elevate and take them to the land of immortality. So this is my take, Subhasji. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hemantji. We have Vijayji also with us, and Vijayji, this question I'd like to put to you. As Hemantji mentioned, as well as we heard it from Swarveda as well, basically it's a Sadguru who seeks us. The main point is that. But on the similar way, the question what I want to put here is one question which is here that, okay, fine, I have to make earnings, spending time with my family and some other things also we are doing. What are the practical practices according to Sadhguru that someone can perform being still attached to Sadhguru and continue his journey in the life as well?
Vashi, for having me here. And Jai Sadgurudev, everybody, all the listeners across the globe. This is related to actually every human being who are professionals, who are in business, who are in family, and they must be counting their time, that their 24 hours are like flying like anything. So let me just try to adjust my volume. Am I audible to you, Subhashi? Okay.
Yes, very clear.
Okay. So, first of all, the question which was asked prior to this, and Hemanji very beautifully answered that, if we seek Sadguru, obviously when we are ignorant, when we have no touch with the conscious energy, then we have to find the Sadguru in the human form. And what we learn from first question is that who is Sadguru in human form? The Sadguru who has been chosen by the eternal Sadguru, the conscious form of Sadguru, is the human form of Sadguru. And as Himanji explained, that the authority is given by that energy, by that eternal master to a chosen soul. And in modern time, it was Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj, who was chosen by eternal master himself. And Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj then simplified the practice of spirituality. He simplified actually for the people who are busy in their daily life, in their business life, in their family life, and especially to deal with the scarcity of time. He said, just practice the way I prescribed, and you do not need to worry anything at all. अद्भुत मार्ग योग विहंगम मैं तुमको बतलाऊंगा, यदि विधिवत तुम साधन करियो अमर लोक पहुंचाऊंगा. Through his proclamation, he makes it very clear that I take the responsibility for your spiritual growth. So that, kind of take the 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 heavy load from our head. He takes the heavy load from our head of our spiritual growth, which is a great reliever for us. Now, what is that he prescribes then? So, what is that we need to do? He says, all we need to do is a regular twice meditation practice, once in the morning and once in the evening. This is called sadhana. Along with sadhana, allocate some time, some resources, some energy for seva, service, which he prescribes that you can perform seva service in 4 different modes. Dhan kaya man vachan se, sant param guru sev, arat deen adheen ho anugami gurudev. He makes it very clear that you can perform seva or service through your wealth, through your body, through your mind, through your speech. But involve yourself in seva, because that's how you will be pure from inside to progress rapidly in the process of meditation. And what more he says? He says satsang, the one which we are listening right now. And I don't need to explain that what is the great influence of being connected to such satsang every week, or maybe every day if possible. Because we know that, in a tug of war, if one side is strong and the other side is loose, obviously the things will be pulled towards the stronger side. Our mind is being constantly pulled by the lures of Maya. Then we need to strengthen the other side through satsang. Satsang is the only way that you can counter the attractions and the diversions created by the Maya. And so satsang is very important. And thanks to Vihangam Yog that they have made, this organization has made connecting to satsang so easy. It is being in home, in your comfort. You can just connect online and listen to these great satsang. You can ask your questions, get clarifications. So seva, sadhana, and satsang at your own comfort. And that's how you can progress in the field of spirituality, obviously, provided you also have deep surrender, sense of devotion for Sadguru. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vijayji. We don't have too much of time, but I'm still very much interested to ask this question. Maybe we would exceed a little bit 2 or 3 minutes more time. But this question is very much straight, and Hemantji, I think this question is for you. And very straight question, just probably in 1 or 2 minutes, you can provide your views on that. The question is, has the speaker found the Sadguru?
Yes, without question. Sadguru is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. And I'll just cite you an example that has happened in my own life. I wanted to disseminate this knowledge with Sadguru's blessings. I wanted to teach this knowledge in the world. And I used to study at University of Roorkee, which is now IIT Roorkee, and I used to visit one of our ashrams that happens to be in Himalayas, in Pauri Garhwal, that's called Stone Nishikar Ashram. And I was sitting with one of my friend. He's a disciple, and I just told him that I want to teach this knowledge to the world. I didn't know how, but it occurred to me, and I just said so. 3 months later, when I came back to the ashram and I went to have the darshan of Swamiji, the moment I stepped in Acharya Nivas and the moment I bowed down to Swamiji, at that very instant, Swamiji was lying on the bed. There was no one else. Swamiji raised his head. He looked at me and then said my name, and then said and repeated the word which I said in Himalayas 3 months back. Oh, so you want to go to the world and teach this knowledge? Then he smiled at me, and then he went back and went back and lied down. He is everywhere. He's watching us. much the same way Eternal Master was watching Sadguru Dev. There's, of course, other instances where Swamiji has seen and told me that I'm reading your mind, whatever you are thinking, whatever you're acting upon. He sends us inspirations from within us. He teaches us when to take, he also warns us if we take bad actions. He shows us the righteous way that keeps happening in my life, and which I'll be very happy to share. But I believe we have paucity of time and we should respect that. So thank you very much. And I just would want to say, and which has of course been wrapped up very well by Vijayji, that we just need to be in your home, in your own comfort, and just practice meditation as you have been taught. Thank you very much, Swashi.
Thank you very much, Hemantji and Vijayji as well, joining us today to elaborate on the term Sadguru and the true Sadguru. In this today's session, there are lots of new things probably for many of the listeners have come up. Probably we can take care of some of the specific topics in near future to elaborate some more things, like Hemantji mentioned 6 different types of creations, and there is one more additional 6 different conscious entities. We can discuss all these things probably in some near future sessions. Just to summarize today's session, the topic today was who is the true Sadguru, and there are certain characteristics, there are certain proofs which we need to know, we need to understand, so that we can get associated with Sadguru. And the prime thing is, it's not us basically who is seeking Sadguru, it's in reverse way more important that Sadguru seeks us. And as Vijayji mentioned and Hemantji also mentioned, Swami Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj has proclaimed in Swarved, it is written as well, that I take the full responsibility to take you to that particular point. The only thing what we have to do is to be pure, to be eligible enough to get associated with that. Sadguru is a divine energy, but there are different forms of Sadguru as well. We can talk again more things on these in later future discussions. Honoring the time, we would like to close with Shanti Path today. Shanti Path, please.
विराग त्याग की शांति हो, उदासीनता शांति, सेवा जित शिष्य शांति हो, सत्य शांति हो शांति। हे प्रभु शांति स्वरूप हो, शांति शांतिमय शांति, शांति शांति जन शांति हो, पूर्ण शांतिमय शांति। हे प्रभु शांति प्रदान कर, दूर हो सर्व अशांति, देव सदा फल शांति में, शांति शांति सुख शांति। हे प्रभु शांति प्रदान कर, दूर हो सर्व अशांति, देव सदा फल शांति में, शांति शांति सुख शांति।
And to all the listeners today, thank you very much for joining us, and especially to all of our panelists, Rekha ji, Sankalp ji, Hemant ji, and Vijay ji. Thank you very much for joining us today. And now we would close. Thank you very much. Jai Sadgurudev to everyone.